Hi, Vicky Key here, and I'm working with CraftArtist 2, and I'm going to be showing you how to add letters or alphabet to create a digikit. If you already have letters that you purchased or you found for free online, you can upload them where it says photos over here. So I have what's it called, ampersand. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I have my kit ready to go here. And what I would do is select the first one, scroll down to the last one, hold my shift key, click on it, that selects all of them, and hit open. Okay, I'm only going to show you how to do a couple of these just so that you'll know how to do yours. Actually, I think I'll do three. I'll do a letter, a number, and then a symbol. So I'll bring in the letter A, and then this is in your photo section right now. We don't want it to stay in your photo section, so I'm going to drag it in, and there's my letter A. Now I'm going to go down to where it says letters. Well, actually, I think what I'll do, so I don't have to keep going back and forth, is I'm going to take a number. I'll take 0, and I'm going to take a symbol. Actually, I'm going to take two symbols. You'll see why. I'm going to take an exclamation point and a $sign. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. You'll see the method behind my madness in a minute. Okay, so these are the four symbols that I'm going to bring in to my alphabet. So down here where it says letters, you're going to click on that. Now I'm going to take my letter A. You have to do this with each one individually. I'm going to drag it in to where it says letters, and this keyboard comes up. Now this is not a capital A, it's a lowercase a. So I'm going to click on the lowercase and hit OK. And now you'll see that it's over here, and I can erase the one that's on my page because that's a picture while it's on the page, but now it's in my letters. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing now with the 0. I'm going to drag the 0 in, and be sure not to confuse your zeros, your small o's, and your uppercase o's. But this is a 0, so I'm going to go where it says numeric. I'm going to click on 0, and you see it's highlighted with that box there, and I'm going to hit OK. So it's over there. I can get rid of this one. I'm going to do the same thing with the exclamation point. Drag it over, look for punctuation. I'm going to click on the exclamation point. It's highlighted. Hit OK. I can erase this one because, like I said, they're photos. Now we come to the $sign, and you'll see why I picked two symbols. I'm going to drag the $sign over, and when I go over here to where the punctuation, numeric, you do not see a $sign. But there's a little box down here, and what I'm going to do on my keyboard is I'm going to type in the $sign and hit OK. So now I can erase that one. Now, if you would have just dragged these over here, it still would have worked, and then you could have just drag each one individually, and you can line them up however you want, and it would still work. But if you want them to be perfectly spaced, then you can type it in. So I'm going to, my cursor popped out for some reason. Type in A, 0, exclamation point, and $sign, and I'm going to hit insert. And you'll see that they're all perfectly proportioned. So that's the way you do that. Those are for the ones that are already made for you. You've either purchased the kit or you found a free kit. Okay, so I'm done with those. I'm just going to erase them. Now, what if you want to make your own letter? So I'm going to open my text tool. And for some reason, mine always goes to 12 points. I'm still trying to figure out how to enlarge this. But I'm going to leave it at that for the time being. So I'm going to type in the letter. I'm going to put my cap on. And I'm going to type the alphabet partially. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. I'm going to show you something. So you'd think that that would be an easy way to create an alphabet. But what I want you to see right off from the start is if I try to click on these, I can't. It's all one set. So that's not going to work. Now, if you want it to be a word, it would work that way, but this is not going to work for my purposes. So here's what I have to do. You click on it, A. Click on it, B. Click on it, C. And if there's somebody that knows an easier way to do this, please let me know, because this is a royal pain. But the computer has to recognize that these are individual letters. So I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they don't have to be perfectly aligned. It doesn't matter, like right now. What I do sometimes, because I'm going to make these large for you, is I'm going to move these below the other ones just so they'll fit on this page. Okay, so now I've grouped them all together, and now I'm going to go over to my points, and I'm going to choose a really large one so that you can see. 120 probably would be good, so that you can see the letters as I'm recording this. So now I'm also going to group them, and right now mine is on Times New Roman. So I'm going to go in and try to find something fun to make a font with. Oh, I see what's wrong. I'm at the upper part. I'm looking for something that's down here. Was that it? No. Now, how strange is that the AB's not showing up in that? Maybe I don't have them grouped in like I thought I did. Okay, let's try that again. That's what's called being human. And sometimes it can be a pain to be human. This looks like a fun one. So I'm going to go with the Sego script. Click on that. And so now I have all these letters grouped. I've grouped them together, but they're still individual, because if I click off on this, you're going to see I can move them around. See? Because I had clicked on them individually. So I'm just trying to get them spaced. And this is the only part of the alphabet I'm going to be working on, just to make it easier. Okay, so now I'm going to group these and come over here to styles. And if you look under the stickers, this is one of my favorites. It's sticker number 5. And what it does is it gives them like that white outline that you find on stickers. And I think that's cute. But now I'm going to go to color. And let's say I have something, an embellishment. Let me bring up an embellishment in, just so I can find anything. I'm trying to find something that's brighter that you'll be able to see. Here, this button will work. Okay, so I'm going to bring this button in, and let's say this is part of my DigiKit. So I'm going to get my eyedropper, come over here, and I'm going to click in that center portion, and there's my color up there now. Take my select tool, and I'm going to group these again. Oh, try that again. Group these again, and I'm going to click on this. Now notice that the fill tool is on. I'm going to click on this, and now I have my individual styled letters. And I can leave the background white if I want, but the other thing that I can do is outline them in a different color. So let's say, I didn't get them all. Let's try that again. There we go. So let's say I want to get a deeper color that's in here. So I'm going to get my drop tool. I should have just left that alone, I see. I clicked off. I'm going to get like one of the shadow colors here, if I can. There we go. Okay. So select tool, and I should have had this. I don't know why it didn't select. Select. There we go. That's what I needed. And you'll see that now the white has become this darker color. However, I can now take all of these, go to my line, and use my slider to make it even wider. And I try to keep the openings somewhat. And I'm just going to leave it like that right now. And so then you have a new set of letters, and then you'd come down to letters, and you would proceed to bring in the A. And this time it's a capital A, so I'm going to click on that, hit OK, the B, and so on and so forth. You know, like I said, I'm just doing a few here just to show you that you can do that. So you think, oh, that's marvelous. And for those of you that do this all the time, this is no big deal for you. But these are for people that don't know how to do this because I just figured it out myself. But what if you have a special paper? Like you might even have scrapbook paper at home that you can scan into your computer. Um, I'm going to go to my materials palette, and I have this one that I already chose because it just works really well for this. And this is going to be my alphabet. So I'm going to bring back the letters again, and I'm going to bring my text tool back, and I'm going to make that letter A again. Letter A. Oops, you know what? I forgot. Wait a minute. It's still in the other mode. Let me erase that. And the line needs to be, oh, because this is selected? I'm not sure, because I guess I usually open a new project when I do this. So I'm going to be learning this one with you. Okay, so instead of New Romans, I'm going to pick, I want to go up here. I am kind of I'm looking for something thick. Apple Boy might work. Okay, so I'm going to put the letter A. And okay, we'll just use that. That'll work. Okay, so now I have my letter A, and I'm going to enlarge it. And I'm going to put it on top of the paper. I'm going to come over to where it says punches. And now what I have to do is, it's under my DigiKit already, so I'm going to drag this into my DigiKit. I'm going to take the one that's here, and I'm going to erase it off my keyboard, and I'm going to bring the punch over now and place the punch on here. And I had enlarged it. I guess I shouldn't have. Well, that'll still work. And I'm going to hit punch. Okay, item punch. Now you can remove this. And I can remove this. And if I go to the center, I can click on that and remove that. And now I have my letter A, which I can now bring in here, make that as a small letter A, hit OK, get rid of this one, and I can drag this back in, and I can make this whatever size I want. Of course, I should not have enlarged that before I dragged it over here. That was my mistake. So leave it whatever size you want it to be. Don't enlarge it. If you want your material to show up smaller, then you'll have to shrink the material as opposed to the letter. That was my mistake. And then you would go on doing the same thing as you did before, adding it to this toolbar so that you can type all this out. So it's another way of making it an alphabet. And you might want a mixed alphabet in this too. So let me show you an idea. I'm going to bring my text tool back. I'm going to put the letter B. Whoops. What did I do? I keep doing it. I'm glad you're seeing all this stuff because I like for people to see my mistakes because I'm sure you do the same thing and it makes us all feel human. Okay, let me try that again. And I have a temperamental keyboard too. Okay, so there's the letter B. So now I'm going to change that to a different font. That's not doing a whole lot for it. Wait a minute. I think I need to select it. That's what's going on. Okay. So now let's say I want to add this one to it. So it's a different font entirely. So you can, when you're making your own, you can mix your fonts to get something really unique. So now I'm going to get my select tool. I'm going to drag this over here to my punch. Go back to my materials and bring that in. I get rid of that one. I don't need it anymore. So I have my material in here now. I'm going to bring my letter B in. Whoop. And I'm going to hit punch. And now I can get rid of that letter B. Delete. Can delete my material. Can delete the center. I think I hit the wrong one. Let's try that again. There. Trying to click. I don't know why it's not letting me. Let me try moving my letter B. There we go. That worked that time. Get rid of that. It probably went to the back. And so now I would make all of these a uniform size, or maybe I want them in different sizes. But, I think that would look pretty cool too to have. I mean, this might be a bad example, like which font I chose, but it's just to give you an idea. But if you want these both to look like they belong together, then you can do one of these. And like I said, come back to the line and you can make it as large or as small as you want. And you can change out the letters and the color. So I have white chosen now, and I can choose this color here. And you have a different, I mean, there's no limit to this. There's no limit to it. And as long as the symbol is on your keyboard, or even if you draw something that you want to use in your alphabet, some shape or whatever, you can add that in there and then put that same symbol down in the typed area like I had shown you before. Let me bring this out. Bring up, like when this comes up down here, you can type in your symbol, whatever the shape is or whatever you want. So I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope that it's helpful for the newbies like me. Have a great day. Bye.